Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of Soul Translation TV. Welcome. My name is Michelle from thesoultranslator.com and from the Empowered Empath Gathering. So today's episodes, we're going to be speaking about why is it that empaths can tend to be attracted to or even it's slightly addicted to narcissists. I know that's a really tough thing to hear, and before you throw tomatoes and cabbages at the screen, please do hear me out. I have 4 reasons why that may be. And also, I'm hoping that when you can identify these 4 in you, you won't look to the narcissist or the traumatic, those kind of more traumatic relationships to try to find how you can learn how to do these things more. I'm hoping that you will be able to do it in your life through healthier means. So I had put last week, the episode was on why narcissists are into empaths. And I got a lot of reactions from that and responses, a lot of really positive ones where people were like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. So please do watch that video if you haven't watched it yet. But this week we're going to change course and tack here a bit and look at the opposite. Why is it that that empaths love narcissists? And this is a situation where it is an opposites attract. A lot of people think that about why empaths and narcissists end up together. It's true for why empaths love narcissists. It's not necessarily true for why narcissists love empaths. And once you see that other video, you'll understand what that means. But here we're going to talk about these 4 reasons. So the first one is empaths love the detachment and, shall we say, the lack of empathy or the lack of feelings that narcissists have. Now, I know that sounds really bizarre because it's like, why would we ever love unfeeling people or unempathetic people? And the reason I want to suggest to you is that because it's almost like it shows us that it's possible not to get hit with everybody else's emotions and feelings. It's almost like a relief. We admire them to a certain extent for their ability to not get affected, to feel a certain amount of impenetrability. We wish we could have more of that kind of stance or way of being in the world. So it is fascinating for us. And on a certain level, and you may have experienced this in relationships, it's almost like a jealousy. It's almost like a, God, I wish I could be like that. I wish I had not only thicker skin, but a frickin', fortress around me. So this is, I know this is an interesting angle, but play with this one a little bit and see is that lack of empathy or lack of feeling something that I have a strange kind of weird attraction to, because it's almost is like I'm jealous of their ability to completely detach. All right, so the next one is that narcissists are really good at depersonalizing things, meaning they don't take things personally. At least they don't show you that they do. They are highly insecure, but it comes out in really weird ways, and sometimes, unfortunately, very abusive ways, emotionally abusive ways, like gaslighting. But they generally do give this impression that it's not about me, it's about you. And they don't take things personally. They're very, again, it's similar to one where they're removed and detached from things. And for empaths, this can be refreshing because we tend to personalize everything. We tend to think that we are at fault with things. We blame ourselves a lot. And narcissists don't do this. They don't have the capacity to. So to be, again, with somebody that's got this, kind of like it's really has nothing to do with me, it's about you, is a really twisted way for us to try to not feel like everything is about us and to personalize it. Now, of course, those are 2 different extremes, and really the healthy place is in the middle where we can see our part and we can also know what's not ours. But that's where we learn discernment and boundary work. So the next thing is selfishness Narcissists have incredible boundaries. They have to. They are a boundary. Like nothing gets in. And this is, and again, that's a bit of a generalization, but it's very true. And I'm sure you can probably relate to that. With a narcissist, they don't make excuses for themselves. They don't say, oh, well, maybe. They don't compromise themselves. They're very black and white. They're very this or that. And that's, again, kind of in a perverted way, attractive to empaths, because, we can tend to a fault, be wishy-washy with our boundaries and with being selfish. It's very much against our nature in some ways to be selfish. And I'm going to propose for you to think about that. Actually, ultimately, being selfish is the best thing you can do for yourself, because it means then you regulate and manage recharge, or shall we say recycle your energetic bodies in really great ways. And you have to be more selfish in order to do that. So this selfishness in narcissists will show us more of the ways that we want to be in the world, where we're not making exceptions and overly compromising and selling ourselves short because of what everybody else wants. So it's really, actually, they can be incredible role models in a weird way. And I'm not saying do it the way that they do it, because they're pretty, shall we say, a little heavy on the way they do it. But it is about working with our boundaries. So that is why often the empath will be attracted and slightly addicted to the narcissist, because in a very kind of flippy-floppy kind of way, they're showing us our own growth points. They're showing us the mirror of where we need to be taking care of ourselves more, where we need to have more boundaries and be a bit more, or a lot bit more, selfish. Now the last one is, I say that narcissist to a certain extent for empaths is like the ultimate quest. So empaths will have this feeling of, if only, what if, is it, if I can convert this person into somebody who can have connection and who can be deeply feeling like I am, then it's like I have had this ultimate quest of conversion. And it's not like we're consciously thinking that, but it is often because many of us have had experiences where somebody has either been a narcissist in our past and totally rejected us for our sensitivity, and you've probably had some sort of wounding around feeling rejected by somebody who, if only they got more in touch with their feelings, you would be able to have a healthy relationship or a healthy working relationship, or whatever the case may be. So, it's this kind of ultimate quest where we think, well, if I can help this person, I can help anybody. If I can help this person feel and get connected, then, I am powerful. I am fulfilling my destiny. And, I'm kind of laughing at that and exaggerating a little bit, but you got to admit, a lot of times, when we want to help people feel and be connected and be intimate, there is a bit of that, like, if I succeeded this, then I'm really can be like, wow, I converted the complete offline, non-emotional person. So these are 4 ways that as empaths, we can tend to get a bit attracted and a bit addicted to being with narcissists. Now, I want to make one thing clear here with this. This is not about codependency. That's different, and that we can talk about in another episode. Codependency meaning that feeling of, you can't live without somebody else. That, that ultimate saying, like in Jerry Maguire movie, of you complete me. Sure, people can, add to our lives, but nobody completes anybody else, because who needs to complete you is you. So this is not necessarily about codependence. Yes, you can be codependent on narcissists, as they can be on you. But these 4 ways that we can get our power back from any sort of narcissistic relationship or past wounding are really going to help you see a little bit, shall we say, of the medicine in the madness. That when we are attracted to these people and these personality types, it's not because of weakness, but we look at these people as mirrors, and we see that there's ways that maybe we do want to be a little more detached and not feel everything, and we need to learn how to work with ourselves to do that. Maybe we do want to have more not taking everything so personally, and being able to see what's yours and what's mine, and take responsibility for our part and not responsibility for everybody else's part. Maybe we want to be more selfish and put ourselves first. Not maybe, yes, it's necessary. And it's one of the, especially for women, it's an essential ingredient to living a pure and more energetically aligned life. Because if you're leaking your energy out to everybody else, then you don't have as much for yourself, and then we get resentful, and a resentful sensitive is is not a healthy and nor a good place kind of feeling. And then also this ultimate quest idea. It's like the ultimate quest is us truly to be in love with ourselves and whatever connection we have, however we name it, that fuels us to continue to find meaning and create meaning, and also create the lives and the businesses that make us feel deeply connected and aligned with our joy and our soul's genius. So this quest, that's the ultimate quest. So thanks for watching. I'm really hoping these 4 points will be super supportive for you to be able to claim and take back some of your energy and realign yourself with yourself so that you can be your wonderful, beautiful soul self. And you also, if you want to stay in touch, please do connect with me at thesoultranslator.com and get onto my community list, because you'll get these videos and other things that I put out. And also, if you're on the list, you can get any sort of PDF that is attached to these vlogs for you to be able to continue to do your personal growth. All right, take great care, and I'll see you next week. Bye.